Eche m igwe ihe kwuru gbasara ili.
Last week.
Are you sure? It's got sure. Okay. I don't know. Because I'm done cleaning even Garozoma by accident in Balo no logo. When you talk that, I did late. I had a resume for 1 week. Maybe Charan plan no. But I told me make an email like I had done clean. So for 1 week, other difficult. And all by accident, when you talk to him, more than late. In Mechana, either.
New Monday visit.
In Vidigo?
Yes.
Vidigo already? Okay. Alright, no problem. So, okay. So, Yana Nzuko, game 1 weekend, it didn't print here. You are going to do 20 pieces. I'm telling you, give it a goes your man, he did check garden. And also, okay, the most powerful and the best, we goes over the night, but someone the food will have. The best thing we Jimmy, I will know Fuebe, don't you know Fuebe? Hebrew speaker, Gaga give a break. Go. Gibanama give pussy. Kowaya. Tora Hakanoma, Kowacha. Hey, you spend there 5 minutes. 5 minutes, if I game move. Go now, Mozo. Now, by having a I'm telling you what to do. Yeah, what there. Yawan's cooking week print here. Only 20 pieces. 20 pieces I will give maybe 2,000 naira. For 2,000 naira or so. When I give what I get printed 70, when didn't print in 70 naira. We try to get that 17 naira, one didn't mirror front and back color. But all and the way. So and they cause I charge more. 150, 80 print remove for to get that 150. Because I got a link and maybe I know highway Hana road. So yeah, they very important. The all evidence and even the money how water okuchinika water okunywa of ma. So I wanna choose ichom send the online. Send there online. Send there again a phone. Give what is it where make a winner goes yoma. So get track. Get track at easy in the money. Okay. So because each other the Kutum go hear them just will be the motor and better. You see, Biarite, and so very tired to Ozugurum. I'm very happy now. I got not a quack, I got a quack, I'm making a runogi. So I got not a car. I some kaipo eba here came 4:30 or 5. Because I pour by 5, that means I get rid of 7. And I get out 4. So 7 minutes to 4 now I could have 7 minutes to 4. So being not 7 minutes to 4 now I could have here what I get that 1 hour. So by 5 I move by 5 I move a little 7 before the other 2 days just in case. So you know sister I know how new moon called there. Where said I know she already here. Yes, so yeah, you could have to also get side Arabia. Yes, Arabia. So when him to go to go see maybe within 30 minutes. Was that I do when him to did not be to can go soon. Or the back. He had a kid got to hear what do I don't need now guitar because giving him now ihe m na-ahụ ya m na-apụ the only day m na-apụ the day after Sabbath and a few more days m na-aga oziọma n'ụtụtụ a m gaa ebe 5 m pụọ ga-ebe dị chefuo m gaa ebe a chefuo m gaa ebe a so and m gaa m na-ekwu okwu for normally 3 to 4 hours mana gị na-ekwu okwu ya dị ka ị na-agwa ndị nwụrụ anwụ okwu nwa ebe m gara oziọma onye nwesị ebe na gara oziọma mmadụ ga-eburu oche pụta n'ilu bịa nọrọ n'iru ya ha bụrụ oche pụta n'iru ụlọ nọrọ in front of their house na-ege ha like ihe m na-ekwu mana ọzọ itinyezi iwu a n'ọrụ were ihe na-apịa ha difficult so m na-ahụ ihe ihe m na-ahụ aghọtara m ihe m na-ama m ihe aghọtara m ya but obi adị mma udu na ama m na ihe na-eme otu ihe kwesịrị ime so like last Sunday ọ bụ Sunday nke gara aga Sunday nke ọzọ apụrụ m abụrụ n'ụtụtụ one road m nọ road ndị Catholic chọọchị si ana chọọchị irurịta na ha na-agbasa chọọchị m na-akọwa na kalenda Chineke wụ nwa na-akọwa ndị mmadụ ruru na-aga so ha na-aga bechabeghị na ha chọrọ ime ihe m na-ekwu ndị na-alụ ụka so one man nke ha ya bịa ihe a dịka mụnwa ya bịa gafee ya gaga ya kwuru ya atọ na ụfọdụ na-asị ya bịa because m na-asị ya bịa were akwụkwọ m na-asị ha bịa were akwụkwọ were nketara akị so m na-agwa na Sunday awụ Sabat so ya atọ na ya chọrọ ịlụ one woman so ya nụkasị ya onye ga-abịa ka ya onye ga-abịa so the man with mmụọ ya dịtụ awake so ndị be anyị nọ in bondage we are in a big bondage so o nwere ihe nchọ gosi unu ihe a ga-enyere gị aka ka ịghọta ihe na-eme ka ị ghara ịga dapụ n'okwukwe because onye hụ na ịghọta ihe na-eme o ga-enyere gị aka iji gị ghọta ihe gị relax so even say ihe a na-agwa gị ugbu a like ụtụtụ ochi na m ga-aga oziọma m ga-aga na one corner ebe 5 nke ụtụtụ nọrọ ebe 5 nke ụtụtụ ebupụrụ ya n'ụzọ so m ga-anọrọ ebe 5 nke ụtụtụ m ga-ekwugodo okwu ihe ka ebe 8 m na-alazi or 8:30 m na-ala so because of ihe m na-ahụ ụmụ ajụna m oyi ego dị oziọma so nke m chọrọ ịdịna gị ugbu a mpụta m nọrọ ụfọdụ mkpu okwu highest 10 minutes 15 minutes mmuvuo 10 minutes 15 minutes mmuvuo m gaa somewhere else mkpu okwu maka gịnị because n'ihe m na-ekwu ya ka m kọwara nụ ka m gosite gị n'akwụkwọ nsọ before m gazie na the main thing m chọrọ ịgwa gị so gị gaa na ihe m ji chọrọ ịkọwara gị ihe ahụ ya ọ na-ịghọta ihe m na-achọ igosi gị ọ ga-eme mmụọ gị ajụ oyi gị relax ị gaa na-enwezi mwute gbasara ọnọdụ ndị be anyị nọ n'ime ya so onye m ji chọrọ ịkọwara gị ihe a ka ịghọta ihe Chineke na-eme and ọnọdụ anyị nọ n'ime ya ihe m na-achọ igosi unu egosibe m ya ana m egosikebe ihe nna ọnọdụ n'iru ka m ga-efokọs na bido igosi ya so Jeremiah 7 Jeremiah chapter 7 n'ihe m na-akọwa Chineke m ga na-asụkwa n'oyibo nwa obere just in case ka mara m onwe Mandenanga. Okay, Madenoka. So, try and zoom in. Just to accommodate our brothers and sisters. I'm going to ask to English. So, when I'm going to English? Eh? When I know you go there? Yeah, I want to SDA church in English. Eh? But I know him judge. I want to when I know you have some people. I want to explain to you why something. I will show you the word of Yah, and this word of Yah will cool your heart. Some of us are very troubled. Some of us are not happy by what we see in our people. Some of us are sad at the state of our people, the suffering, and the lack of knowledge of our people. I want to show you some things. My goal, my reason for showing you this thing is for you to have, for your spirit to come down. Get relaxed, huh? Get what are the so come see, no kuchineke. Jeremiah speaks at the temple. Olonso. Chineke. Jeremiah speaks at the temple. Jeremiah speaks at the temple. Yah gave another message to Jeremiah. He said, go to the entrance of Yah's temple and give this message to the people. What does this tell you? That shows you that people of Yah are worshiping Yah, but they're doing it the wrong way. Because those people who is in the church is the people that Yah is warning. That means that what they're doing in the church is not the right thing. They are worshiping the Most High the wrong way. That is why the Most High is sending prophet to go to warn them in the temple where they are. Oh Judah, listen to the message from Yah. Listen to it, all of you who worship here. Is this not the same thing we see today? Oh, Free Fire and Kutaka. Our people are very religious. I don't know whether you have Catholic church around your area. Ototo, by 6. Ndanaga morning mass, they go to morning mass. So that means that they have to wake up by 5. And they enter by 5. You see how serious they are with their paganism. This is what Yah of Heaven's army, the Elohim of Israel, says. Why is the Most High calling himself the God of Israel? Why? He called himself the God of Israel. Today people are not interested in accepting that they're Israelite. Even now, if you preach your evil ways, so they are going to church, but they're doing evil things. They are going to church, but they are evil. If you preach your evil ways, I will let you stay in your own land. That is why we are no longer in that land today. But don't be fooled by those who promise you safety, simply because Yah's temple is here. Those who are in the church are telling them, because they belong, they come to church, because they are doing these biblical things, that means that Yah is with them. And the Most High is telling them, no, you might be doing this thing, but I hate what you are doing. Because you're claiming to be mine, but you're doing evil things. But I will be merciful only if you stop your evil thoughts. You see, because of the nation, too much. Very deceptive people. You know, no, Chineke is not so change. He said, but I will be merciful only. I will be merciful only so if you stop your evil thoughts and deeds. And start treating each other with justice. Only if you stop exploiting foreigners, orphans, widows. Only if you stop your murdering. Only if you stop harming yourselves by worshiping idols. Then I will let you stay in this land. I gave to your ancestors to keep forever. Don't be fooled into thinking that you will not suffer because the temple is here. It's a lie. Let me go down. Because the Most High told the people, let me show you the reason why I'm reading this. The Most High told Jeremiah, let me start from verse 24, 7:24. But my people will not listen to me. They kept doing whatever they wanted. They kept doing whatever they wanted. Following the stubborn desires of their evil heart. They went backward instead of forward. From the day your ancestors left Egypt until now, I have continued to send my servant, the prophet, day in, day out. But my people have not listened to me or even tried to hear me. So the Most High is telling you, the Creator is telling you that those things you see that the prophet wrote, Moses is a prophet, Jeremiah is a prophet. The Most High said that he sent this prophet. Because if you refuse to listen to those prophets, you're refusing to listen to the Most High. They have been stubborn and sinful, even worse than their ancestors. Something we see today. The Most High, this is why I came to this chapter. Let me show you the reason why. Tell them all this. Is any Jeremiah? But do not expect them to listen. Shout out your warnings. Shout out your warnings, but do not expect them to respond. Say to them, this is the nation whose people will not obey Yah, their Elohim, and refuse to be taught. Truth has vanished from among them. It is no longer heard on their lips. Shave your head in mourning and weep alone on the mountains. For Yah has rejected and forsaken this generation that has provoked his fury. So the Most High told Jeremiah that they would not listen. Yes. Yes. Oh, him then. I'll try.
Let me read it in our own dialect. That is 24. Let particular place I want to add. That particular place.
From verse 27.
27. Okay. What's it?
Yes. 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 Yes.
29. What isigi Jerusalem tufoya buleba abaka nelu ebe niile dị elu nke ọhịa na-adị. N'ihi na ya wu ajụwo rapụkwa ọgbọ nke nrubiga oke nke iwe ya. N'ihi na ụmụ Yahuda emewo ihe jọrọ njọ n'anya m. Ọ bụ ihe si n'ọnụ Yahu apụta. Ha edowo ihe arụ niile ha n'ụlọ ahụ nke akpọkasịrị aha m imerụ ya.
Yes. Very, very important. Yes. So, of course. Of course. So, I want all of us, because I'm not in channel here. They were in the hammer. They can have a book. And once in a while, when they in the menu, what are you doing outside? Okay. Oro Montekra gonna get a wiggle, or we will give you, or I'm gonna get a son of Ghanaian wiggle, because they will give you here. So, the same thing, Hogopara Ezekiel, chapter 3, from verse 4 to 7. Him today go singing here, Magono do, Israel look I am showing you these things because there's a period of time that the Israelite is supposed to live without Yah. And everybody that will live at that time, almost everybody that will live at that time will waste. They will live their life and they will die and they will not know Yah. So there's a period for that. So in order, let me give you an example. Hosea 3. Hosea 3, 4 and 5. Hosea 3, 4 and 5. Hosea 3, 4 and 5. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice. So if you see today, we are no longer doing animal sacrifice. Why will the Israelite? What are you doing outside? Can you name it? Without sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a paraffin. Now look at verse 5. Verse 5. Or again, my name is after shall the children of Israel return and seek Yah their Elohim, and David their king, and shall fear Yah and his goodness in the last days. So now Israel gone for a long time without a king, without prince. Like Ojubu came out. Ojubu Putarabi was a Debo. Because now, in that period with Ojubu, all those things which they can fight in Debo. All Ojubu na fight in Debo. So I like to show our people Jeremiah chapter 9, 11 to 16. Negotiating all Chineke na fight in Debo. Jeremiah chapter 9, 11 to 16. And the Amam no one met in the I know he's touching them when I read Jeremiah chapter 9. I tell them to go and read it. Jeremiah chapter 9, 11 to 16. Look at what it says. I will make Jerusalem heap and a den of dragons. I will make the cities of Judah desolate without inheritance. Now, look at verse 12. Verse 12. Who is the wise man that may understand this? And who is he to whom the mouth of Yah has spoken, that he may declare it? For what the land perisheth, and is burned up like a like wilderness, that none passeth. So Chineke na say, kedu onye ga-ele anya what ihe na-eme? Mata na Chineke na-eme Israel this thing. Who will be able to understand that the Most High is the one who is punishing his people? And Yah said, because they have forsaken my law, which I set before them, and have not obeyed my voice, neither walked therein, but have walked after the imagination of their own heart. In Jeremiah chapter 7, I go. The same thing. How we follow our own heart. So, my point is to bring you to this thing. My point. Next time I'm going to come, Yah's willing, I'll put more information. It will not be like this next time. I'll put more information. But let me use this small one to give you an idea of what is happening. For you to know where you stand in this journey. People ask me sometimes, where are we in the calendar of Yah? And I don't like to tell people, because if I tell them, they will begin to live lawless life. So I didn't like to tell people the truth when it comes to what you say there. Because when we hear Bible, we in the book of Daniel concerning the times of the Gentiles, concerning how long book of Daniel talk about I think the SDA people know about this. Talk about the beast. That thing that they put time and half a time. Time and half a time. That is what I'm trying to explain to you here. Before, when somebody asks me, brother, what is the meaning of that thing? Time and half a time. I don't like to tell them, give them straight answer. But I will give you the straight answer today. Because you have more knowledge now. Time is 1,000 years. Time, another 1,000 years. Half a time, 500 years. So I'm now working. I got 2,500 years before the kingdom of Yah will come. Because don't go and start breaking the law, thinking that you will time. You will by time, you'll be breaking the law, without repenting. Do you understand? Do you understand what I mean? Because somebody might be thinking that, okay, so that means the year is not coming now. We still have time. But understand that if you die without keeping the law, you are doomed. So you cannot say because there's still more time. Backslide is again say, let me wait. I'm still working. Let me wait and finish my work and get retirement. Once I get my retirement, I will now begin to give the Sabbath fully. A woman told me that type of thing. A woman she's a teacher. So she told me, and she knows that she wants to give on a Saturday I was Sabbath. So she told me that she has 2 more years to retire. So that, and she's going to work on the Sabbath day as a teacher. So I was telling her that this is not good. So when I told her that she only has 2 years to retire, and that once she retires, she will now begin to keep the Sabbath. But do you know how you treat people like that? Do you know how you treat people like that? You don't know? Yeah, will wait for that person to walk and walk and walk. That day that he will retire is the day that God will kill that person. That day that will retire, the same day is the day they will die. Yeshua gave you a story like that now. The man that forget about the work of Yahweh, loading his bound, Obaje with him. Yeah, the Obaje you say, yeah, relax, yeah. Now Obaje through. Israelites, when they came out of Egypt, same thing. Same thing when our ancestors came out of Egypt. Same thing happened. They asked Yah for food. They insulted Yah. And Yah gave them that food. And when they started eating that food, he began to kill them. So if you say that, okay, there's 2 more time, and then you abandon the work of Yah, it's very dangerous. So, according to the Most High, the reason why I'm explaining this to you is that there is a period of time that the Israelites will live, and almost everybody who is going to be alive, they will live and they will die. They will not know who they are. Their life will be wasted. All their kind of hand. Because Israelites are like a tree that was uprooted. You won't tell me because of a labor career. For one reason or the other, that tree was uprooted and taken to a different land. They were a bulldozer. Where Bokutea Nara Bokutea Briotua Ghana Loso, Uributuza, Muana, Donya Osisia, Corona, Miaga, the same thing. Now, the 2 7 David cause honor. Because you want to meet a neighbor, I will be a neighbor cause. So, you got Yamuru, when that tree bear fruit, It will not be the same. So Israel has been uprooted from their land and brought to this land. So if you look at the fruit that we bear, it is not the fruit that the Creator intended, the owner. So eventually, that is why you have Ezekiel chapter 37. Eventually, he said that he will open the grave of the Israelites and put them back in their land. They will begin to bear good fruit. Ezekiel 37 from verse 12. So, the reason why that people are not listening to our message, the reason why we are alone, the reason why people will hear you, they will listen to you, they will hear you, and they will tell you that you are right. Ụfọdụ na-abịa sef weta ego tọba ego o nwere ego na hie na ọwụ mmadụ wetara ego a nọsị ya nwe ego na hie one woman ọ dị ka onye dibịa ka onwe otu o si about 4 days ago ebe m nọ na-ekwu okwu na-ekuzi nkuzi ya gara mepee akpa ya were ego nọsa n'ala pụọ ọ sọpọtụrụ ihe m na-ekuzi mana bịara bịa ka ibu ewu a ọ ga-ekipụ ya. Not too long ago, make a pose ebe 1 month ago or so. Another person be about break, maybe I owe 500 naira to say. I must say I will take go. Him na you can keep ewu chineke. You know, so I like the message. They like the message, but they will not keep the law. Because I wonder, bro, we are a cursed people. We are under a curse. Let me show you. I will, Yah's willing, when I come again, eventually if Yah brings somebody that will be in charge of Anambra, that will allow me to be moving around. Because what I want to be doing is that if I come to a town, in my dream, we got every town na Liba. That is my mission. If I come to a town, I will try to stay there until if Yah's willing, if possible. If you bring somebody to be in charge of that area, then I will move to a different place. So I'll come back again. Yah's willing. Also, mama. But to get warrior, get tired inside where they maybe. When I corrupt in email, with the government. When I didn't. So give me pay and you give me email. You will get what I don't on there email. So it looks good, but it's corrupted inside. So that is Israel today, because Israel is in a different land and is bearing a very terrible fruit. So if you go out and you see any Igbo man or woman you see, it's an Israelite. But they don't know who they are. They're bearing corrupt fruit. That is why the Messiah is telling you that you remove his people and place them back in their land. So we are in that period of time. So let me show you a little bit what I'm explaining to you. Yah talked about it. I'll read it. The Messiah talked about these things. And here, while he was explaining it, he called Moses. Moses, you're watching the said because if you said no. Okay, man. But if it doesn't happen, Israelites will not know, they will not repent, they will not know themselves. So let's go to Jubilees chapter 1. The book of Jubilees chapter 1. Okay. I think we're still doing good on time. Is that thing off, David? Is it off? Because I'm not connected. Okay, connected now. Jubilees, the book of Jubilees, Yahweh's sword. Let's go to chapter 1. The Most High was telling Moses the things that will happen in the future. And the Most High explained some of the things I'm telling you now. I'm going on now. Once I read this thing, once I read it, we're almost done though. We're almost done. What I'm showing you doesn't take much time. As you can see. Do you understand it? Do you understand what I'm explaining? Are they difficult to say what that? It's a very simple thing to understand. But it will give you understanding. So you present, okay, I want them. So now you can understand why people are not responding. Because there's a period of time that the Messiah live. There's a period of time that the Israelites will live their life. And their life will be wasted. They will be living their life. You born them, they live and they die and they waste away. They will not know. It's happening now. It's exactly what is happening. But then there will come a generation that will begin to wake up. So things will change. We're almost done. We're almost done with this. So we're not going to waste much time, and I'll try for us to leave around 5 because we have to drive back. The book of Jubilees, chapter 1. Yahweh called Moshe up to the mountain to give the account of the division of the days in Jubilees. Now watch this. Listen. We cannot allow this thing to be in the Bible like that. That is why they created Genesis. This is Genesis. I'm reading Genesis. This is Genesis. If you read this thing, if you read the book of Jubilees, when you read the book of Jubilees, you will understand that the Bible is all about Israel. From beginning to the end. It's all about Israel. So this is the way that the Mosai gave it to Moses. Like this. This was the first thing that the Mosai explained. It was given to Moses like this. But in no time as they create the Genesis. Where is the creation? Creation. You don't say anything about Israel. Israel did not come until later. But Moses. How did the Mosai call Moses on the mountain? And did not talk about Israel? No. How do we know the creation? Oh, got an angel. And angel, we call Moses. So Ndocha did not like the way it was given like this. That's why they created Genesis. So the thing you see in Genesis, they took it from this book. It was taken from the book of Jubilees. So this is the way it was presented. And Ndocha liked it because it's focusing on Israel. And it came to pass in the first year of the exodus of the children of Israel out of Egypt. In the 10th month, on the 16th day of the month, Anamundi, that day was almost like a Sabbath day, on the 16th day of the month. That Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, come up to me on the mountain, and I will give you 2 tablets of stone, of the Torah and of the commandment, which I have written, that you may teach them. And Moshe went up unto the mount of Yahweh, and the splendor of Yahweh abode on the Mount Sinai, and a cloud overshadowed it 6 days. And he called to Moshe on the 7th day out of the midst of the cloud. And the appearance of the splendor of Yahweh was like a flaming fire on top of the mountain. And Moshe was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. And Yahweh taught him the earlier and the later history. Earlier. So everything that happened from creation, and then everything that will happen in the future. That is later history. Later history. Things that will happen in the future. The earlier and the later history of the division of all the days of the Torah and of the testimony. And he said, Chineke said, Gente, because Moses Gente, Moses, well, no, Gente, he wanted that name today. Chineke could not do it. Many things in our name today, Chineke could not do it. What check it out. You could see again, God told him to listen. Incline he said, incline your heart. Incline your heart to every word which I shall speak to you on this mount, and write them in a book in order that their generation may see how I have not forsaken them. Let me read that one right. Okay, you were having argument with somebody. You know what? Somebody was arguing with you today, yeah? About who wrote the Bible. And this is what the way it was written. Moses. God told Moses, Yahweh told Moses to write those things down on paper. Moses was a prophet. So the Most High himself did not write the Bible, but he gave that information to Moses, and the scribe, the scribe wrote the Bible. Okay, now, let me slow down. I want to slow down so I can read it very well, because what I'm about to read now is very important. So, it says, immediately he began to talk about Israelites, and all of the Hagar and the Nero. The situation of the Israelites is what he's about to explain. And write them in a book in order that their generation, who is there? Israelite. In order that their Israelite generations may see how I have not forsaken them, for all the evil which they have wrought in the transgressing the covenant. Somebody do me a favor, please. Please, if possible. Just let them stay in the back. So, how I have not forsaken them, even though I may be with them, I did not forsake them for all the evil which they have wrought in transgressing the covenant which I established between me and you for their generations this day on Mount Sinai. Okay, so the Messiah is going to go into detail now. He's going to go into details. And thou, it will come to pass. So let me tell you again, it will come to pass when all these things come upon them, that they will recognize that I am more righteous than they in all their judgment and in all their actions. And they will recognize that I have been truly with them. Do you write for yourself all these words which I declare unto you this day? For I know their rebellion and their stiff neck. That is rebellion and stiff neck meaning Hannah and how Hannah mean seek. Hannah we say Hannah we see. I'm about to hand how would this seek? Whom we say would this seek? Yes. Before I bring them into the land which I swore to their fathers, to Abraham and to Isaac and to Jacob, saying, unto your seed I will give a land flowing with milk and honey. Now, watch the question now. And they will eat and be satisfied. So they will enter that land. This will be good for them. And they will turn to strange gods. So and turn to strange gods, to gods which cannot deliver them from aught of their tribulation. To Chineke, and this witness shall be heard for a witness against them. For they will forget all my commandments. Because we hear them now. Is it not what is happening? For they will forget all my commandments, even all that I command them, and they will walk after Gentiles. Do you know what it means to say that they walk after Gentiles? Do you know what it means? You know what it means to walk after somebody? You're walking after somebody. That means you're copying what the person is doing. They will walk after Gentiles. Israel got walk after Gentiles. Because once I started reading this thing, you will see that it's happening today. That they will walk after Gentiles and after their uncleanliness. They will walk after Gentiles and their uncleanliness. Our grandmothers, when they see their monthly period, they did not go for their husband. In the ancient times, they did not enter into a holy place. In the ancient times, when they go inside their shrine, they did not wear their shoe. When they touch a dead body, hey, we have go greasy. Let us say, so they have with some. They understand clean and unclean. But ever since we became Christians, we no longer do clean and unclean. We eat unclean food. We touch dead body and we don't care. Even we carry dead body inside the church. So he's telling you that the Israelites will begin to become unclean like the Gentiles. So they will no longer regard the clean and unclean things of Yah, but rather they will be seeing it from Gentile perspective. Yes. And that is what is happening today. And after their shame, they will begin to walk after the Gentiles, and after their uncleanness, and after their shame, and will serve their gods. Do you understand?
Yes.
The Israelites will serve the gods of the Gentiles. Jesus is the God of the Gentiles. The Gentiles told you that Jesus is God. Because do they not say that Jesus is God?
God, always. Okay.
Eh? Jesus is the God of the Gentiles. Because the man that you read in Matthew told you that you have a Father in heaven. And that man you read in Matthew did not tell you that he is God. That man you read in Matthew told you that he was sent by the Creator. The Father sent him. John chapter 16. Because you chance to go the whole chapter. So you can hear from the man's mouth. He was praying to the Father in heaven. But in the church, why people don't want to know that one? The Gentiles do not want to know that one. They automatically say that Jesus is God or Jesus is Lord. So Jesus is an imaginary God that they created. Do you understand? It doesn't mean that Yahushua did not exist. Yahushua existed, and Yahushua told you to keep the law. Yahushua said in Matthew chapter 5, from verse 17 to 19, do not think that I came to abolish the law or the writings of the prophet. I did not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill the writings of the prophet. As long as you see the heaven and earth, every law is still in effect. So the Yahushua that Jesus that Christians worship today is not the one of the Bible. You might be doubting me. Let me now conclude it, give you so you can see the final evidence. Jesus told you not, Yahushua, or let me say Jesus, told you not to call anybody father. What do Christians call their pastors?
Father.
Daddy. Only see. Yeah, the only one in the church. But daddy G.O.
Good.
Regular pastors, but daddy. Only one in the church, daddy G.O. Is it not what they call them?
Yeah.
But Jesus said, don't call anybody father. They don't care. Because they are not worshiping the real Jesus.
Please.
Jesus is their God.
Yes.
Yes.
Father.
Yes.
On earth.
Yeah, we're not supposed to. So when I tell you that Jesus is the God of the Gentiles,
Yes.
you may not understand what I mean. But they do not follow the real Christ of the Bible or Yahushua. They don't. And the real Christ of the Bible told them you must keep the law. He said you must keep the law. So the Most High said that the Israelites will serve the gods of the Gentiles. They will serve their gods. And these will prove unto them an offense and a tribulation. So the more they worship the God of the Gentiles, the more they suffer. That is why you see the more churches we build, the more poverty, the more suffering. The more church we build, the more we suffer. See? So the more, because it's a curse on us. And an affliction and a snare. Any tribulation, affliction, and snare. So the more we worship the God of the Europeans, the more we will continue to suffer. Now watch verse 10. In that today, because I'm working on a period. There's a period that the Most High said that the Israelites will be, and they will suffer. They will just, the Most High said all the people that live at that time will just waste away. All those people will waste away. So watch verse 10. And many will perish. That means that when a woman will carry belly and give birth to a child. More what I can to be the yoga machineke. Yeah, just of kidney disease of them. Yeah, be they are more only today. Most people live their life and die for nothing. Wasted life. Or I can work in no game. And many will perish and they will be taken captive. Some of our people were taken to America. These children in America, Undigo. We had about Igbo landed. Those in America, Undigo. Or she can put game. So those so-called black people you see in America, those black people are Israelites. He said that they will be taken captive and will fall into the hands of the enemy. They will fall into the hands of the enemy. Or enemy today. I want to be no longer. Yes, Obudu di Chiche, Egana prison, and Dibo, lay Hana Chonga, and a book of Ken. And I go with you. Ijonya Toyanga, and a book of King, Ijonya Toyanga. In our GNM, we don't know who we are, we don't understand. So, all these things will happen for what reason? Look at the reason. And many of them will perish, and they will be taken captive, and will fall into the hands of the enemy. Why? Why? Because, Makana, because they have forsaken my ordinances and my commandments, and the festival of my covenant. The festivals of my covenant. Passover, Atonement, Feast of Tabernacle is the festival of the covenant. What is the covenant of the Most High? Very, very simple. Chineke na ndị nna nna ha nwere ọgbụgba ndụ. Ọ ka Chineke si eme. I went to a place to preach yesterday. People were just waiting, listening. When I finished, they called me. They were asking, what do we do? What can I do? My business has spoiled. I have 7 stores before. Today, even now, I don't even have 1,000 naira. What can I do? Say, he gave me one. You have a covenant with the Most High. You hear what I'm saying in my preaching. You have to start keeping the commandment. So I have no those commandments, following commandments. He said he gave more one do Chineke. You have to build an altar. Build an altar in your house. Build an altar. And you have to have a covenant. That covenant, what the Most High wants from you is that you keep all His law. Go and go and teacher. Later, I got towards that one. Chukwu covenant with Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. The Most High is the God of covenant. All this another Chineke here. But because of Christianity, we no longer have covenant with Yah. Don't you know that if you need something very, very important, it's very difficult for you to get? Don't you know you're supposed to have a covenant with Yah? He may covenant with Chineke on that topic. He got like this. Let's see him to maybe stop. So you give me 7 million naira to maybe you give the money. Give me covenant with Chineke. As long as all when he gave me the other contradict to Chineke. Give me covenant. Nah. Yawonia he give me here the give me here the yes. All the Chineke are operate. He's the God of covenant. Chineke out there Chineke of the ages never anyhow. No, you have to have covenant. And what he wants from you is to keep the commandment. So I now explain to them is the covenant that you have to make with him. So later on, not today, Ogozo, Chineke, I tinye covenant, issue of covenant. Study here. I'm going to Chineke or make a weekend, we can send there some information. I study Banaya. Got through those outcomes, so you get through those Bible verses. We usually give this another Chineke here by making that covenant. So, whenever you break the feast day, if you refuse to keep the feast day, you will never be blessed because you're breaking the covenant if you don't keep the feast day. Because those festivals is part of the covenant. What is the covenant? Very simple. Deuteronomy 28. Israel. If you keep my commandment, I will do all this for you. I will bless you. I will do this and I will do this. I will do that. I will do that. If you keep my commandment, how could that? Oh, we are covenant. So, Mahama, them and their children, we must keep that commandment. Because the commandment he gave to them apply to us today. Okay. So, continuing. Because they have forsaken my ordinances and my commandment, and the festival of my covenant, and my Sabbath, and my Kodesh place which I have hallowed for myself in their midst, and my tabernacle, and my sanctuary which I have hallowed for myself in the midst of the land, that I should set my name upon it, and that it should dwell there. So when I go see him with they abandon the Sabbath, they abandon the feast days, and they will make for themselves, and they will make to themselves high places and groves and graven images, and they will worship each his own graven image. People will make their own, they cut down trees, will So this is happening today. They will make for themselves each his own graven image, so as to go astray, and they will sacrifice their children to demons. They will sacrifice their children to demons. I want to say something to you now. I want to tell you something. I don't know where they are there. And maybe we hide Megido. When you to the valley with you, you borrow Morgan again at school, teen at school, you not sacrifice them to demons. If your children are going to school, you're sacrificing them to demons. That is the truth. You're sending your children to school. They cannot keep the feast days. They cannot keep the Sabbath days. They are being corrupted by other children that come from other places. Your children are being corrupted by those children. That is the truth. And when you are in the school, who brought the schools to us? Gentiles. If you go. So, Anna say, Nana sacrifice children to demons. You don't understand her. Doing abortion is also for sacrificing children to demons. Because the reason why people do abortion is because they don't have time. They say they don't have time to take care of the baby. Why don't they have time? Money. They have to go to school or they have to work. Okay. So he said that the Israelites will sacrifice their children to demons and to all the works of the errors of their heart. If you send these children to school, by the time they graduate, they lose their virginity, they begin to smoke Igbo and many other things that they do in that school. That is the truth. So it's better that your children remain illiterate and know the Most High than they become educated and not know Yah. If they don't know Yah, they're useless. Robbers. Yes. Why not? Let's do this. Let me finish reading it. And then we'll deal with question. Because I think it's. Let me just finish it. This is the last one I'm going to read. This is just the situation that the Israelites will be in the last days. I'm not hearing it today. And to all the works of the errors of their heart, and will send. Okay, the Zeniah. I will send witnesses unto them, that I may witness against them. I will send witnesses unto them. Who is witness? Witness.
The prophets.
Witness is even about judicial. Judicial we hear wasara ulibe. Here wasara ulibe. Witness has to do with judicial. Patient has to do with health care. Here wasara ahwike. Patient won't need. You understand? Carpenter has to do with the Himbasari ruler. Okay? A witness has to do with judicial system. The reason why Chineke Jipoha witness is because there's going to be a judgment day. And the Messiah is going to be the judge. And everybody is supposed to keep the law. So he's sending witnesses to the people. So that on the judgment day, they will not say that nobody told them. Oh, yeah, we have in Jeremiah chapter 7. And Yah told Jeremiah, they will not listen to you, but you still have to go to them. He told Ezekiel chapter 3, they will not listen to you, but you still have to go to them. So on the judgment day, they will not say that they did not hear. All the one have witnesses. And I will send witnesses unto the children of Israel, unto them, that I may witness against them, but they will not hear.
But they will not hear.
And will slay the witnesses also. And they will persecute those who seek the Torah. They will persecute those who seek the Torah. So you need to read. If you want to keep the law, they will persecute you, they will abuse you, they will insult you, they will say all kinds of things about you. If you want to keep the law, they will persecute those who seek the Torah, and they will abrogate and change everything so as to walk evil before. Yeah. Today, we don't eat like the way he told us. We do not dress the way he told us. We do not worship the way he told us. We do not drink medicine the way he told us. Everything I'm going to Chinese see that. Oh, here they today. He said that they will change everything. And they will change everything. Oh, you hope. They will change everything. And they will change everything. Oh, told you today. Now, what is the verse 13? He honored that in email. And I will hide my face from them. Oh, yeah, very church is doing it today. It's not that people don't hear about God. It's not that people are hidden. Look at the rebellion, and yet you can't respond. He will hide his face. I will hide my face from them, and I will deliver them into the hands of the Gentiles. From them. I will hide my face, and I will deliver them into the hands of the Gentiles. I will deliver them into the hands of the Gentiles. Let me try and finish this. So, in the end, I look at our change today. So, Isiokumu, not like him, never here with Siokumu. Isiokumu, Israel Ghana for a long time. And Hagamandi, how they will not know themselves. And many of them will live and die. So, they're supposed to be at least. We don't know when Kemon again about. They're supposed to be, in fact, at least 2,000 years that Israelites will live their life and die. All I can say, Israelites will be many days without a king, without a prince. All the name you can know here. So, Madigan do not useless. All you name it today. You know. So when you're preaching to them, it's like in a bambri no good. In a bambri no good. So in the Zibana, it was in a remnant. So among every generation, Yawuna here no na libo with 10 million. Again, we hear it maybe about 105. Get a gamma chineke for generation now. Generation now, by let's say 200 years from now, I can look at people. How can this wars to buy? Continue, you got the wars before them now. We be here. Oge na-abịa mgbe ị ga-apụta na ịhụnamụ na n'ebe a ebute ebe a n'abalị ụmụ ọgbọ akwụrụcha na-agbachawo a ga-akwụrụcha na mmiri olu ọ na-eme na Amerịka kịta ụmụ Israel na-eme na Amerịka mgbede like this ha pụtacha akwụrụcha n'ụzọ kwụrụcha iricho panchi na obere akwa na-agagharị na mmiri olu moto abịa na-eburu ha na-aga họtelụ obuche takwa ya ndị Igbo na-eme na Amerịka kịta is happening ọ ga-abịatekwa n'ala Igbo ọ ga-abịa eme boyfriend before okay, already. So this is you know what you can own be a boogie. You will not say anything because I got the ruala before I left the way. We're still falling, though. We're still falling. So this guy danger. How many more do you hear in the 1990? In the 1990 village here, do you see anyone with a wear trouser? Trouser in this village? No. 1990. There's no woman that you see that wear trouser. Ndiga only trouser over December. This is Sibada. You lose people, didn't lose. But look at today. So it's going to get worse before it gets better. That is just the truth. Okay, it will be better in the future, but not now. Okay, better than man. But all got the worst, so all got the worst. All got the worst. It won't be that is. It's him to buy garden. Then don't you in America? Lehanya had very useless. Very useless. He hear no shame. No shame. We hear it. So okay, it will be worse before it gets better. So let me see if we can continue this because I want to finish up this chapter. See if we can continue it. Okay, so compare finish here. So isiokwu na ọ ga-adị njọ before ọ dị mma. Ọ ya. Ọ ga-adị mma, ọ ga-adị njọ, ọ ga-aka njọ before ọ dị mma. So every generation na-enwe remnant. Remnant bụ ndị ga na-edebe iwu a. And ọwụdo nọ na-amachi aka ọ Chineke ga-echuzu ha. Very few. But I choose okay gets to another get there. Ya won't even be younger. Maybe they might hate too much. Yeah, Chile can make it hate you. Ya will make you to hate this law. Yes. So we are under a strong delusion now, most of our people. Let me continue from verse 13. And I will hide my face from them, and I will deliver them into the hands of the Gentiles for captivity. I bet you Porondibo. Boge America, and for a prey mean na prey but anu ọzọ na-achụ atụrụ wee prey agụ u predator atụrụ wule prey so ọsị n'oge bụ ụmụ Israel ka ndị ọzọ na-eri ha na-emegide ha and for devouring ihe eriri gbugbuo ya and for devouring, and I will remove them from the midst of the land. Okay, and I will scatter them among the Gentiles. Why again just saying everyone today we sing God scatter Israel always we call. And they will forget all my Torah and all my commandment and all my judgment. And they will forget it. That they not calling the Anakola and he was again. And will go astray as to the new month. So I got matter him was a new moon. Tata. Almost I want a church, Akabo or New Nimo State, 1,000. Almost 1,000 to close today.
Exactly.
That our new moon. When the Bible is very clear. The Bible was very clear. You have to worship on the new moon day. Ezekiel 46:3. But almost every church is closed today.
Exactly.
But again, and they will forget all my Torah. And then I go astray as the new moon, and Sabbath. Let him go astray. He got used up. I can get me what God was a new moon, and he was a Sabbath. All we hear today.
Exactly.
And the mayor, man, I name there. I wanted the best Naga, but Onaga the wrong way. Oh, you never today now.
Yes.
Every year, a long time ago. And now you or saying I had so they will go astray. He was around he was a Sabbath. He was a Muslim member. I gave you read calendar they church away there. And jubilees and ordinances. And after this, they will turn to me from among the Gentiles with all their heart and with all their souls and with all their strength. And I will gather them from among the Gentiles. So in that nature, in the habitat again, Haga dream Chineke, Haga happy Chineke, Haga me honjo, Haga Jefuso Chineke, Haga one and getting up. A nature say, okay, I Haga Lachiata, and everybody nigga Nacheta, only come wrong and get Nacheta. All those Haga Mono, the little Galachiata say, oh, he gave me, only the kind of work. So none of that on email data, but exactly here to the because if there goes a muta, Yadim go, you open and him the area. Yes. No name muta. Or then poor have a way out, how rich out. How often we get there on Sabbath day, and I want to go. So, Mana, more than hitting a good or pussy is. When I am. Here on the back, when Hamas in the house, hat in the house, and Dalsa. These are Israelites, but they are Iraqis. This man now, is he not like somebody you will see now in the no one? Oh yeah. Only can somebody got one day, no one now. Only can exactly. Oh, wait, Nakaba. Oh, wait, these are the type of people you see in your among yourself. But today they are Iraqis. These are Israelites who have been banished into Iraq. And if you go to Iraq, they are second-class citizens. How second class? Let me show you another one. I want to show you another one. Yeah. These are Israelites. Look at every face you see here. Is it not the type of face you see in your village?
Yes.
But today they are. So that is what the Most High meant when he said that he will banish his people in two different places. Let me show you another one. Look at this woman.
You see?
Is it not like somebody out in the village? Yeah. You see her veil. Look at her veil. Because she thinks that she's an Iraqi. She's not an Iraqi. Black Iraqis struggle to shake off legacy of racism. Racism. What is racism? Racism. Racism. Any people might because of race. Hannah struggle. They are struggling. All over the world, the Israelites are struggling wherever they are. They are going through racism. So the Messiah said that he will gather them back. This woman, I'm sure he's probably dead by now. Because this thing was let me see the date. So if she's dead and she's there 2012, Middle East leading independence sources. Okay, let me see when the story was written. Yeah, I cannot see when the story was written. But all these people you see here, all over the world, when they die, they get buried. Oh, I can that now he will open the grave of the Israelites. and bring them out. Able for him, see the dead bone will be alive again. So let's see. Let me see if I can finish it. So everything you see happen today has been prophesied. So the Most High is saying that after the Israelites have suffered all these things, they will turn back to him. After this, they will turn to me from among the Gentiles with all their heart and with all their soul. So you will no longer be hearing, oh, I'm under grace. We are under grace. Well, God is merciful. No. You will no longer be hearing it. They will turn with all their heart and with all their soul and with all their strength. And I will gather them. I will gather them from among all the Gentiles, and they will seek me, so that I shall be found of them when they seek me with all their heart and with all their soul. And I will disclose to them abundant shalom, peace, abundant peace with righteousness. And I will remove them the plant of uprightness with all my heart and with all my soul. And they shall be for a blessing and not for a curse. And they shall be the head and not the tail. That I word. And I will build my sanctuary in their midst, and I will dwell with them, and I will be their Yahweh, their sovereign ruler, and they shall be my people in truth and in righteousness. And I will not forsake them, nor fail them, for I am Yahweh, their sovereign ruler. So after continuing agreeing that as the Most High was talking these things, Moses became here with the Moses. Moses was sad. Here with the Moses. Moses was very sad to hear these things. And Moshe fell on his face and prayed and said, "O Yahweh, my sovereign ruler, do not forsake your people and your inheritance, so that they should wander in the error of their heart, and do not deliver them into the hands of their enemies, for the Gentiles, lest they should rule over them and cause them to sin against you." Biko Chineke, don't allow your people to suffer. Biko, don't allow the British to rule over your people. Don't allow the British to come and create Nigeria and your people will be calling themselves Nigerians. Don't allow your people to be misled, to be deceived into going to school and abandon family. Don't allow your people to abandon tablets and vitamin C and drip and injection, all this chemical. Or now, today. Don't allow this thing to happen. And let not the spirit of Belial rule over them. To cause them to accuse them before you, and to ensnare them from all the path of righteousness, so that they may perish from before your face. But they are your people and your inheritance, which you have delivered with your great power from the hands of the Egyptians. Create in them a clean heart and a Kodesh spirit, Holy Spirit, and let them not be snared in their sins from henceforth until eternity. So when I then Yahweh responded, the Most High responded, and Yahweh said to Moshe, I know their contrariness and their thought and their stiff-neckedness, and they will not be obedient. And they will not be obedient till they confess their own sin and the sins of their fathers, like we're doing today. We acknowledge that our fathers was wrong. we confess and we acknowledge. And after this, they will turn to me in all uprightness, and with all their heart, and with all their soul. And I will circumcise the foreskin of their heart, and the foreskin of the heart of their seed. And I will create in them a Kodesh, Holy Spirit, and I will cleanse them, so that they shall not turn away from me from that day unto eternity. And their souls, when Yahushua came in the amen, because once he cleaned the Israelites, they will never come from him again. Do you understand what that is saying? Yes, so even though Yahushua came and died on the cross, he still sinned, he still rejected them, and they're still suffering till today. So he ain't like amen on the new, or maybe what? And their soul will cleave to me and to all my commandments, and they will fulfill my commandment, and I will be their Abba Father, and they shall be my children, and they shall be called children of the living Yahweh, and every Malek and every spirit shall know. Yes, they shall know that these are my children, the Israelites, and that I am their Abba in uprightness and righteousness, and that I love them. And do you write down for yourself all these words which I declare unto you on this mountain, the first and the last, which shall come to pass in all the divisions of the days in the Torah, and in the testimony, and in the weeks, and in jubilees unto eternity, until I descend and descend is unto the Abia, the Chineke Abia, until I descend and dwell with them throughout eternity. So God they dwell with Israelites, as you see in Revelation chapter 21. Until I descend and dwell with them until eternity. And he said to the Malak of the presence, write for Moshe or Chukunyere angel order. God commanded angel to write all these things for Moses. Write for Moshe from the beginning of creation, because Moses are not on the Moses number. From the beginning of creation till my sanctuary has been built among them for all eternity. That is what I mean by kingdom of Yah. So that is when his temple will be built for all eternity. And Yahweh will appear to the eyes of all. And Yahweh will appear to the eyes of all. Everybody will see him when he comes. And all shall know that I am the sovereign ruler of Israel, and the Abba of all the children of Jacob, and the king of Mount Zion for all eternity. And Zion and Jerusalem shall be holy, Kodesh. And the Malek of the presence, who went before the camp of Israel, took the tablet of the visions of the tables of the divisions of the years, from the time of the creation of the Torah and of the testimony of the weeks of the jubilees, according to according to the individual years, according to all the numbers of the jubilees, and according to the individual years, from the day of the new creation, when the heavens and the earth shall be renewed. One cow will be renewed. All the same thing. Renew here. But all the same thing. If you go, area. So there will not be a new covenant. There will be a renewed covenant. Not the same covenant, because that covenant is forever. So until the earth shall be renewed, and all their creation according to the power of the heaven, according to all the creation of the earth, until the sanctuary of Yahweh shall be made in Jerusalem. Jerusalem, on Mount Zion, and all the luminaries be renewed for healing and for shalom and for blessing for all the elect of Israel. So you the elect people who are keeping the law now. It's not for everybody. Yes, the most of the Israelites are not keeping the law. And the elect of Israel, and that thou it may be from that day and unto all the days of the earth. So I am to go singing here, put it together. iji wee gosi gị ihe na-eme ebe mụ na gị nọ kịta mụ na gị anọ ndụ oge a anyị anọ ndụ hia anyị anọ ndụ hia n'ebe anyị nọ ugbu a somewhere here ka mụ na gị nọ. This is where we are. We're not getting to the kingdom yet. We are here now. So anyway, many people mụ na gị ga-anọcha n'ụwa nwa the kingdom will still not come. But there will come a time we in the Gadia, Mesucha, make a sense in the mother, what there, Ogana, there. Okay? So, by the way, this is him that goes in the mother. But you say, Manu Anna is in your day, man. It has you just a Manu, or day, man. You talk as a Mesuba. Or day, Mato.
Wonderful.
Eh? Manipo.
Let's go.
Oh, do you see me? Oh, do you see me? Oh, do you see me before? We did not do it like this before. Honey, Haro, it would happen. Out I see Siaku, it would have tell you about what he was up and out there. It's not this we ask. No, this we ask. Oh, talking with this man. You talking to me before? In a mail to a man up, does it? Oh, talk with this wedding. So, because time, in terms of timing, I am with the much time. I give balance on nobody. So I got an because I'm not happy neither. I'm very happy. I think Silicon engagement you are him now. Just on that timeline. So let's deal with question before we go. Okay. Question. Everybody mention on can you scenario? Joe?
So it can go or which indeed in Israel.
Mba. Ikenga uchi Israel efe. Ikenga wo Ikenga wo ihe ụmụ Israel ya na-akpọ Ikenga wo picture ndị nna ha abịa nye gị ihe m na-ekwu. Gị na-anya ebe a ihe a wụ in form of Ikenga ọ isi apịrị apị. Ikenga wụ isi apịrị apị but na-eru anya ọfụma amawara nke akwa egbubere ya okpu. So ndị na-eme ihe a my grandfather has an Ikenga. Normally kịta ndị mmadụ a na-ekwezi ebe Ikenga ọ na-awụ onye ụdị ọkpara onye ga-ejide ya nwụọ nwa ya ejidekwa ya mechaa dị ọkpara otu esi eme ya kịta ndị kịta na-ekwuzi Ikenga ha na-arapụzi ya. So ndị mere Ikenga our grandfathers or ancestors who owned Ikenga awụ nọ Ikenga uchi ha all just their way of remembering their ancestors. So ha bịa ha ma osi abịa abịa ọ ya wụ ndị ichie. Ikenga was also ndị ichie. So ihe onye a ji mee ha this man now we go na ọnwụ n'ugbu a for him gị na-enye ya na ihe anya gị na-echere ihe a wuchie Get wrong with this man. If you stay with this man, get a bank attack. By the time you talk for 2 hours, you realize that this is not his chair. This is indeed chair. You get a book. You will want to get no which nigga go nefe. Or to go nefe. But don't worry, he representative in Nana. Or your indeed chair. So they make this image to remember their ancestors.
Okay, but Professor only need
Mba, okwesi oya we here na what I and Chineke kwuru na ọ ga-adị otu a Deuteronomy chapter 4 from verse 25. Na Chineke kwuru ebe a gbasara ihe a. Onye nwe ya kwuru ihe a before mee o kwuru ihe ebube ngosi gị o kwuru na ọ ga-eme ihe a. Na ya okwu tiere n'isi. Ihe ogbo tiere n'isi. Ihe o ji na-eme ihe a bụ na ọwụ ihe ndị nna nna ya. Just like ndị Catholic na ya chaplet n'olu. Just like ndị Catholic na-anyagharị cross n'olu. Still not Jesus. You know, the same reason why that day a picture of Jesus in their house. With the same reason why that Jamaica is the same reason. How they made to remember their ancestors. Oh, so learning how of man, they are well. Before I'm gonna another picture, I want to show you something. Igbo people worship idols just like God said they would. They never prayed. Deuteronomy 4, 25 to 31. Deuteronomy 28, 68, 64. Deuteronomy 13, 1 to 8. All those ihe ha ji echeta ndị nna nna ha ọgwụchawo nọ ka ha na-efe. So I want to Mama, there, listen to me. Okay. When I hear them, not going to work. Kelly, lady, Iha. Away, did you? Iha, away, did you? Kadima, I thought I could. God in mind, they didn't come no. But I guide you card when he did an above. He had never been card because when you're now here at Tuna. I'm here at church out to her. Younger had in my silk and other man. Oh, no, what I think former president of Ghana. You know. Okay. So, Anna Bohana Bewe and Kedema. I will sing with happy. You can have an altar. It's a real altar. Even if you are giving an altar, altar the Makamadi altar. But the Makamadi way Kenya. Where Obri Kenya. Or for what can we see more for? Yes. I would say this Moses young offer. Okay. Okay, let me give you the history of Ofo. Ofadiema. Okay, chapter about seeing goes in another man. Here by group no Ofadiema. First of all, let him Ofo. Wait. Can you Ofo? Because I asked him Ofadiema, I better be Ofo. Any Ofo. To get end of the example. Okay, with the example. But beyond the missing of Fadiema.
Oh, man.
Answer Egumna, I'm not quite when I want you much Chineke. Every Chineke will see more for. Give him as a papa. Give him as a papa. When you say they're going to hear war for. Oh, see, can go see you over for. I do sure no, Emma. Yeah, before I continue, they keep answering me here for. Kamati ho, because I will get that. Him nature for. I will hear nature for. I don't need my argument without even knowing behind the book. He ain't in the woods in him the book. No for, na legal. I won't talk about that. I won't talk. So why no you never take again where? Yeah, can you say it's never getting one by one because you will see oh yeah we need Bible to go for big garden man. Your house will not be good. You need offer. As long as you will work, you will montakre, you will family, you will see no, you need offer. Everyone need offer. Always first is in for other people. You need offer. Let me tell you why. Ele offer una libo. Ele offer for una libo. Offer will get it. You know how to go more job. Elder, you might not fall. I see Ojo for Ghana. Ojo for Ghana. Give a hand over. I see where Akajo. Then I see Ojo for Ghana. Ofo is a symbol of justice in Obodo. Yes. So come call here. You offer Naro. Ojo first will be there. Oh, Numbers chapter 16. Painting and a Bible. Who can do Moses saga? Out of jealousy. How may they were warring against Moses. A number later, Yah became angry. The land opened up and swallowed them. They died. Oh no, I cannot do this to Mark and like this. This is a very important information. We cannot do it like this. So this place has to be quiet. I don't know where I'm getting nowhere. I can't do it with you, Makani, but it's not about Udu. I don't have much time. I got just in case. So I'm just giving you biblical history of Ofo. Biblical history of Ofo. Somebody come and carry this baby and go outside. There's no reason why to create on God. Ona ni he nebu. Oso ni he neme. Ona ania. You understand? So anything give out the quiet because biblically, umwaka monta create person level e go kuchineke. All not there in the Bible because Nehemiah. Umunta create na ano. On the okay. No. And the reason is because you cannot blame the child. You gotta tell him. Want to create. But what do you mean? I go ya even makwa. Only you want to read the makwa. Or I interesting what he had. So Numbers chapter 15, Numbers chapter 16. How Moses aga make Chineke way. Bible saying that the land opened up and swallowed them. There's a way that somebody will die in Igbo land. Igbo people will say Natiburia. No one Natiburia. Then later in Numbers chapter 17, the Most High now told Moses, go and bring Osisi. Moses we got good Osisi. We will touch Chineke say out there, we say any table, we say even the great Chineke. Now come on and believe people that in here, man on that go choose you. So yes, so Chineke boy offer. Man, you go ahead Chineke free have no it all from Dibo. But I do go there, say I know what you will see than Asia. Maybe see what is the purpose of reason why Chineke Moses here me? Because before he wait that offer. Moses how many statements say also Moses Chineke choose. Also Moses Chineke choose. So every no age of now or you over an age of in your family, all you do better than age. Naka do better on ano. With all form in the more from boy. Then ngwa ha ncha ka m ga-agwa. Onye hụrụ ihe ga-eme nwanne ya gbachi nkịtị, ọnwụ ike gbuo ya, ntị ofe a n'ala. Ha na-ele m. Onye gaa n'ebe a na-agba izu against nwanne ya gbachi nkịtị, okwu ihe ike mee ya, ntị ọfọ n'ala. Onye ga-ahapụ ihe nke o nwetara gawere nke nwanne ya, ihe dị otu a mee ya, ntị ọfọ n'ala. Ha na-ahụcha ihe niile a, mechazie mwepụ ọfọ, gbachaa ha okwu. Mụnwa mechazie m ga-anwụ, onye oge ruo mmụọ, that ọfọ a ihe ga na yes. Ya wụ na m kere ala among my children. Okeke gị onwe ala dị nka, Okafọ ala dị n'azụ gị nwanwe ya, Okonkwo ala anọ n'ebe dị otu a gị nwanwe ya. Mgbacha ahụ otu a, mana gị kwanụ ntị, ya wụ na onye hapụ ala ya, if anybody leave their land and go and take somebody's life, may the land kill that person. Ọ Chineke wee gwara ya n'ala dị nsọ. Ọwụ Chineke gwara n'ala dị nsọ. Did Yah not tell us that the land is holy? Did Yah not tell us not to defile the land? Did Yah not tell us that the land will vomit us out? Yes. When we take an oath, according to the book of Numbers, all aja kana trilala, aja trilala kege do take an oath. Yes. All offer. So offer we hear a symbol of justice. So give put that thing, you will go for a train alive. Eh? Once you do that, when you go get a not child involved. Because that offer, you may say, okay, now begin to drag land with Okafo. Even though it's a land, okay, you Okafo for. Who do you offer? Do you understand? Yes. I mean, you just number to the mother for. Only here Naha, Geoffrey, and the people that don't have the offer will go to the family that have it. Go to the elders. Okay, you know, God. Yahweh case. So, offer is the symbol of justice. And a G a Mizuku. And a G a Wubu. And a Jupania, but we don't, you want to give it on the Nero. And a job came mad, get him mad. Only one thing to judge him. If you want to do something bad, you will remember not to go far. We get cheer. They will made it to offer is just a symbol. Do you understand? The power is not on the OCC. OCC are the power. Do you understand? The power is in the He that commanded the offer. Offer is just a symbol. Offer is just a symbol. No, here is the Yemen. Here is Yemen. Break yes. Offer is the same because yes. Yes. I want we call it offer now because no one fight for any Igbo. Bible did not really call it a name. Only a description. Description. Bible what does have here in a Igbo? Oh, you know when you listen to here. Or when you listen to a Igbo. Gile here before we more for all who get jealousy. And Zonka, who get it. Moses did offer. Offer is just a symbol. I want that offer. I want more so the power is not in that Osim anymore here. It's just the Osim who will even represent it. Justice. No problem. No problem. Obey the staff, Naka. Elder, do you know that this staff represents on something? Many here to get out with him getting. Yes. Oh, when he will represent biblically. Yes. Oh, when he will mean biblically. And every man should have it too. Every man should have a staff also. All you need to people to walking stick. I want to have a guy. Walking stick in a leave, I will know no open a whole hour. No, walking stick out the staff. Only 1 million. Obviously, you want to. In our chat, and it was so staff means something. Biblically, people have a staff. Even angels carry staff. Judges chapter 6. Even angels have a staff. In that we hear, these are things that we have lost because of Christianity. We lost these things. A man is supposed to have a form. A man is supposed to have a staff. A man is supposed to have a zubi. Or they might then a big, you want to ban your panel. Or they might. Look, see when somewhere now outside a bag. A man is supposed to go zubi. Obi. A man is supposed to have an altar. Somewhere you got up the nago. You got to lay baby. And then the night is a real job. Oh, you that. And what actually didn't hear now. Rush now. Yeah, I was that I moved that up to a quarter and a main road. The mother is surprised. I like ya. Yes, no problem. And I'll try to come again. Yes.
Because of us now. Or to do mad girl after Bichando.
Yes.
Now, my own need the
yes.
And have a waste product.
Yes.
One and get it.
That is what is happening.
When you need that,
that is what is happening now.
Yes, Betty. Oh, the legs.
That is exactly what is happening today.
Okay.
Yes. I am now.
Well, you may do very good. Oh, no time.
Okay. Because when you open the way, now you must see much time. But the more I'm very happy to try it. Somebody can na Anambra. Can we go in Abia? That place. So, now that we came, I'm happy that we came.
More to my madam Nana.
Oh, no, to talk. I'm going to go to Bradia. No, to talk. I'm at the shop. I'm not in Bagram. Yes. But what do you know? Talk about in a phone. So, I did not know that I will come. Mom, okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. That's the one. So let's
all from Akahako, even one.
I think one of your people here now. Okay, my brothers and sisters, I'm sorry. I apologize. I forgot I'm still online. We're going to go ahead and hurry up. I have about 2 hours of drive. I'm going to be driving for about 2 hours to go back to my area. So, you can see, it's going to be getting... So, I'm going to close the video and go back and pack my equipment and put it in the car so we can start heading back. We don't want to be driving at night, just in case. You never know. So all praises to our Heavenly Father. Thank you very, very much for watching. I know you may not hear everything I just said, but whatever little that you heard, we're gonna go out tomorrow for an evangelism. Yazulin will go out tomorrow. But right now I'm in a rush. I need to load up this equipment, load it in the car, and start driving back. We have about 2 hours plus drive to do right now. So I need to get that done. I don't have much time to wait. I need to head back before it gets late, okay? So all praises to our Heavenly Father. Have a peaceful rest of your day. I'm going to close up this and then go back and just load this on the car. I'll be on Skype. For those who are on Skype, I'll be on Skype. I'll be joining you guys on Skype while I'm on the road, because I know I'm going to be on the road while it's dark. I'll be on the road while it's dark. So let me just head back because I really need to get going. I don't want to start driving on the highway. This is like I'm going to be on the federal highway. And the security here is not very good. So, but not Yah is the one that protects us anyway. So, but I need to help myself also. I cannot just be irresponsible, hoping that Yah will help me. So all praises to our Heavenly Father. Let me go. I'm going to close the video.